I'm taking out that facility. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna real quick test to see if my sound effects are working. They were giving me trouble before.
That just raises further questions!
Looks like they work. Let's do this. There's multiple guards back in that direction, and multiple guards in this direction. Just take it slow. I really like the taking people out from a chair animation. I'm still super digging this game. I'm bummed to hear that Mankind Divided has a few issues. I feel like they could just keep making Deus Ex games forever and I would keep playing them. It's a really good formula.
I saw that.
Of course you did. Trying to get my double knockdown, guys. Come on. Put points in it. Guess I could try sneaking over to them. Let some more battery recharge before I attempt it. Talking about, is that Prey? Deus Exy? I mean, I really like this setting. It's a cool setting, and I'd love to play more games in this story, but I'm more addicted to the mechanics, really, at the end of the day. See, I didn't... Dishonored was still cool, but I guess I didn't get that same dopamine loop in Dishonored that I've gotten in this game. Hard for me to really describe what the difference is. Might be the progression system. Couple guys near each other there. XP has a lot to do with it. XP is a way to reward me for everything I do, which I like a lot. He's able to see that. I gotta remember that. That keeps getting me in trouble. Basically, if you fire the stun gun in someone's line of sight while invisible, even if it knocks them out, it still triggers hostile. In that case, it didn't knock them out because I screwed it up. Yeah, it's like, loot itself isn't enough, unless if there's really exciting, like, major advantage loot, like Praxis kits, that can help a lot. He flipped through the wall. That's funny. It's the fact that even just looking at loot gets me some kind of nominal, hey, we know you did this reward, right? In the form of XP. See how far they actually walk around this corner here. We don't want to go to the Harvester hideout, we've already been in there. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Fantastic. What's up, Retro? Yeah, the double KO animation was pretty funny. For whatever reason, it triggered me as being directly behind them, so it made it look like he was flipping out through the wall. Still a couple more dudes down here, right? Glad to hear it. Is that all the guards that were down here? I guess there were fewer than I thought there were. Door may have been where I started when I first got in here. Maybe the other guards are on a higher level. Let's see. Oh no, this is just an alternate path. That's really cool. Like, this mission, as far as, like, giving you lots of different ways to approach it, the level layout is really neat in that respect. I feel like Tai Young Medical was a bit more linear. or that it would give you a maximum of like 2 options to do everything. This one gives you lots and lots of ways to get in. Very cool. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure there's nothing over here. That's just a review. Worth checking, you never know. Nice retro. Being part of the hub. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Multiple ways to get into it, but even like in the mission itself, there's a lot of options, it feels like. Hi Buckin, what's up? How you been? This one I feel like may have... No, let's see. Let's see if it's loud enough to get their attention. Oh, nice. Oh, Explorer XP for doing that. Sweet. I feel like I have been back here, though. Maybe not. This might be on the other side. I thought this was where the elevator was. There's totes a dude behind here, but if I use my power, he's gonna get... I'm gonna instant break his neck, which isn't what I'm out to do here. I like get their attention without them seeing me. No, they didn't hear that either. Lucky. Damage upgrade, ebook. Singularity Church of the Machine God. Next step is clear. Coming together of man and machine. God in the machine. Hey, that's the name of the game. We know the future of man. It makes sense if that's the direction they're trying to go with it. Okay. Oh, interesting. This isn't actually a progress area. We're done. I feel like he's just standing in front of this door so you can snap his neck. I could try the remote explosive option. Even that is like super loud and I think might trigger a problem. Let's see what happens. Get ready to reload. Oh yeah, it triggers as hostile. Too bad, so sad. I'd like to have more stealth options for that sort of thing. Alright. Let's leave that guy alone. Let's go back through the wall we broke earlier. Find some stuff to pick up and throw around. I could try to get their attention that way. There's just so many dudes in there. I don't think I can take them all down without triggering hostile status. Toss one of these boxes, maybe. Saw him get knocked down.
Back again to Detroit, where a handful of people were taken into custody this evening, following yet another anti-augmentation demonstration. This time,
Guy in the room behind me.
the Second Avenue
I don't think he can see anything though.
their route blocked by supporters of the Humanity Front. The pro-human
Did you guys
organization had
see the body that I knocked down, or
earlier.
just the sound?
Police decided to shut down the
I'm not sure.
prematurely and close the blocking tunnel. Perhaps they feared what might happen once the hostage situation at Sarif Industries resolved. Regardless, several violent skirmishes did break out, but no serious injuries were reported. This is Eliza Cassan.
Just let me try going invis and tranking this guy. Oh, nope, that counts as hostile. Man, you'd think that... I guess there's like some smoke coming out at the end of the barrel that might give me away, but... They have like superhuman vision when it comes to seeing me while invisible. if I shoot in any way. In fact, the tranquilizer gun is a really good way to get detected. It's almost as if it makes as much noise as the silent takedown sounds like it's making. This room over here is the one where opening the door tips off the guard. Maybe I can get his attention by like throwing something towards him. What's that? Has it been an openable like cell door this whole time? Ah, interesting. Totes is. That's the guy we want to get. I think somebody said that the laser gun shoots through walls, so it can be really beneficial if you have it with the thing that lets you see through walls. That guy I could probably take out. He's separated enough. Try opening this door and then backing up out of the way. Hopefully he doesn't close it behind him. I'm not even sure if they're able to do that. Yeah, you just kind of chew through sour gummies pretty quickly, I feel like. This guy can totally be seen by the other guards. I'm gonna get him way out of the way. That noise when your stealth drops always freaks me out. It's way louder than I'm expecting. Let me make an emergency save here. See what we can do. Got painkillers, ebook, Understanding Vision from Hugh Darrow. More Scholar XP. I think that's actually true. Like as of 2008, we can do retinal implants, or you can see very few pixels. Foon ammo. They give you the explosives so you can get through the wall in the back. That's cool. I don't know if there's any way to notice that it's breakable. I guess there is a crack there, huh? So try to use this room as my base of operations. If I can like pick up some shit and lure the guards over here. Let's try it. Unfortunately, that actually consumes the fire extinguisher. Alright, I think I can just keep doing this. If I can bring more boxes in here, I can throw boxes at the door. They'll walk over to the door. They'll see the two guards. They'll walk over to inspect the guards, and then I'll knock them out. This should be feasible. Let me go get some boxes. Maybe that's why they give me so many boxes here. It doesn't make as much noise as I would have liked. Box does break eventually. If I try to shoot, that makes too much noise, I think. Gotta figure out the right way to do this.
Back again to Detroit, where a handful of people were following.
There are two guys there and then two guys further over to the side, so I could potentially double take down both of them if I'm smart about it. Let's give it a try. More boxes here I can maybe use. Oh, is one guard behind the door over there? That's less bad than I thought it was. I don't think the guy in this room heard that. Waiting. This way, please. Room over here is totally done. We just got a few more guys to take out and then we can move along. There's a bunch of vision cones inside that room, but they're all green. I'm gonna be able to do a melee takedown on these guys, unfortunately. Glad I have the stun gun. Okay, everybody's down. Now I can explore with impunity. Thank goodness. More energy bars. Very necessary. How much Rush Limbaugh, I guess it's more Alex Jones. Like, how much of a rant is in this game? I feel like it's all the same rant you're hearing. But I also don't feel like I hear repeat parts too often, so it must have been quite a bit of material that they recorded. Give you an automatic unlocking device right next to the node. It's important you hack it. Really? 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 Rude. Let's use my software that I never use.
Access granted.
Where you don't approve. Okay, Father, I think it was a bad idea to use that last shipment of Augs. Profit is good, but I can't help but feel he made a deal with the devil. You don't want to hear me say it. Hong Kong is starting to look more and more attractive to me. We had a new subject last night. The Augs in the body were mostly useless. We did recover a cloaking device in near perfect condition. Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of impressed that I guess there's one boss that uses cloaking. Maybe the game would be frustrating if random mooks used cloaking all the time. Jack smack shit. Do I have room for this? Yeah, I guess I can drop a machine pistol. That guy being... The way he was knocked out worried me for a second. I wish this game would give you a running total of the number of dudes you had killed. I would be really worried if I hadn't screwed up the beginning of the game. I'm actually kind of glad I screwed up the very beginning. Because otherwise I'd be worried that I'd be accidentally killing people by them like falling over or being near an explosion or the like. Hey Ariel, what's groovin'? How is your Wednesday/Thursday treating you?
Regardless,
Software.
this is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live.
Eliza Robot Lady.
Back again to Detroit.
Okay, I think there might be a little bit more to scope out in the room right before this one, but we're very nearly done. There's that pocket secretary that we grabbed.
Avenue Limb Clinic, found there.
This is how we first came in. Alright, feeling pretty good. Another pre-rendered cutscene. I want the guy with the fly eyes augment.
That's far enough, Quilo.
Yo. I love the set piece of all the light bulbs, most of them not working. You can growl it at me. Hey, it's the guy from the office.
Tong.
Have we met? Because I'm sure I'd remember the man who got most of Hengsha biting its own tail to find him. A lot of bell tower heavies looking for you. Any reason I don't just turn you over?
Yeah. Vasily Sevchenko.
Never touch the stuff.
You're wearing his arm. GPL device inside it. Let me straight to you.
Scavenged.
Is Tong also voiced by David Lopan?
Wrong woman, don't do that, you hear? Sorry to say.
I think the bartender
man I
was as well.
wasn't in a position to complain. Bell Tower gave us his corpse a few weeks ago.
Bell Tower? Not Tai Young?
Tai Young's not the one grabbing people off my streets then giving me choice arg, so I close my eyes.
Sevchenko had 4 other scientists with him.
I'm not wearing any of them. So maybe they're still alive, and maybe I help you out with this.
Go on.
I've got a pretty good idea where Bell Tower's been dragging people. Problem is, bastard's got my son. And he gets a bullet if I step out of line. See where I'm going with this?
Where's he being held?
One of my harvester boys will tell you all about it. Meet him in the sewers near the Alice Garden pods. Then, when you free my boy, come back and we talk some more.
I can hardly wait.
Oh, well, there's the laser rifle. I think I should probably make room for that. I'm sure it's worth a lot of money. Whoops. Just want to scope out the lore on it. Ammunition intensive, but packs a punch. The sustained beam can be moved around and hit multiple targets with a single burst. Prototype constant beam battlefield laser weapon designed for engagements against enemy infantry and light armor. One sec, I think the cats are in the kitchen messing with some packaging. I'll be right back. Yep, it was Ben being a bastard. What a surprise. Okay. Not compatible with suppressors. Except upgrades for reload speed, damage output, and ammo capacity. I think that one has a slightly higher value density per inventory square. Just gonna rob you in front of your face. Building Wings, A Better Tomorrow by David Serif. Better Person. This one seems familiar. I feel like I've read it before. I'm all aboard the augmentation train. Cool. I wonder if the guards stop attacking you. Like if you sneak all the way in here and then talk to Tong, if they just leave you alone after that. Kind of cool either way. They just let you walk out. Right on. And you can just murder all of them, and he's like, alright, that's fine. I can see why you murdered all my men. We've already lowered the number of guards in town because we helped out that one guy. Is it possible for me to miss the DLC in this game? It's automatically included with the director's cut, right? I feel like the game is approaching wrapping up, but I don't know how long the DLC is, and I don't think I included it in the... when I double check the how long to beat estimate. Although it is the how long to beat estimate for the director's cut, so who knows. It's unmissable? Okay, thank you. The other guards in the sewer are all green. Gotcha. Oh, we're gonna go up to Yozhao. Was the DLC able to be completed if you had already beaten the game when it was first released? Like using your existing save file or no? Sell you all my shit. Surprisingly close. Spirits, painkillers. Laser rifle actually has the same value density as the combat rifle, but now I know. Food ammo, combat rifle ammo, pistol ammo, laser rifle battery. Cooling system damage upgrade, ammo capacity upgrade.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. To you as well, sir. Let me double check the map. You can just play from the menu. That's really weird. But if you don't play it from the menu, it just kind of happens automatically during the course of the main story. Now, did it happen automatically during the course of the main story in the pre-director's cut release of the game? Or is it something that they added?
Get moving.
Yeah, I'm getting moving.
Right here.
Hey, I know you. You're the one Bell Tower is looking for.
Caught me invisible.
I seen your picture.
You got the wrong guy.
What's it
Is
worth
there
to you
a
for me
picture
to
of me
think
when
so?
I'm cloaked?
Be a simple thing for me to yell out. Maybe a few credits keep my mouth shut, huh?
Yeah, that's why I was confused, Leon, if it happens during the course of the main game. I was trying to figure out how they did it.
Here, take it. You're lucky I need to keep a low profile. Otherwise, I may have found a different way to keep you quiet. I still might.
Big words. Might even have meant something if you hadn't paid me first. Meg Warren.
Warren means American. Witcher 3 does something similar with the DLC. Does Witcher 3 also have points of no return like this game? I kind of interpreted that as being a little bit more open world. Hey Chaos, what's groovin'? Oh, back to the sewer? Really? It's unexpected. Oh, they're more different sewer though, right? Old Noodle Factory. Alright. Home clinics are open 24/7 to satisfy all your augmentation needs. Until you buy 2 Praxis kits.
You one of Tong's boys?
No. I just like hanging out in the sewers because they smell better than what I eat for breakfast. Any other stupid questions?
Not yet. But if I come up with one, I'll be sure to ask. Where's the kid?
We thought he was in the upper city, holed up nice and tight inside the bell tower compound. But as it turned out, the fox
Makes a
got
save
nervous.
just before it.
Didn't like the look of Tong's flex.
Kind of like Breath of the
He
Wild.
moved his son someplace safer.
What could be safer than inside bell tower headquarters?
You're about to find out, Migrant. They're holding him just around that
Big
corner
one,
in the basement of an old noodle
Literally
factory.
means
Won't be easy
America,
getting out
country,
either, because
person.
The men guarding him aren't your typical bell tower police. These are warriors, specially trained, heavily augmented.
I have a feeling I may have met them before. If that's the case, you got an escape plan?
You are the escape plan, my friend. Didn't Tong tell you? If Bell Tower finds out anyone else is involved, things are going to get very ugly in Lower Hengsha.
So Tong's willing to risk his kid's life on one man's abilities?
Not necessarily. When you get to Tong's son, give him this. He'll know what to do with it. Now get going. Wouldn't want you to miss your next ride.
Alright. Yeah, we're getting a lot of the Mass Effect turn to the side and walk away. Okay. Giving me 4 automatic unlocking devices. They must expect you to do some hacking in here. It's funny. Chronologically after the story and balance for it, but you could do it before if you really wanted. Interesting. Lasers to disable. What else we got? Plenty of guards, looks like. Not a padlock. There's nothing Adam Jensen could possibly do about a padlock. That guy was a robot for a second. Two guys over here, and you need enough battery for it. Son of a bitch. Really didn't count as a double takedown? Alright. I see how it is. Get this guy before he walks too far this time. Does Witcher have a similar XP system to this game? Like this game's XP and upgrade system combined with Breath of the Wild's openness, maybe? Great animation. Cool. I wonder what the argument is for not letting your batteries recharge all the way. I'm glad that they expanded it to 2. I guess maybe, like, there's no reason to have energy bars without that, if you're patient enough to wait for it to recharge. I'd do a lot more cool stuff if I could have 4 battery all the time, but, like, energy bars are actually kind of hard to come by. Hello. I feel like even then you would probably still use energy bars to get an instant refill when charging wasn't enough, you know? Still pretty cheesy. Weapon locker. What's up, buddy? Guy around this corner. Oh no, he's in a different room. Never mind. That's cool. I didn't realize there was a breather effect when you're walking around in poison. Hey, so I can see in there, you know? So many sewers in this game. This may have been the way I came in, right? Let me check really quick. I don't remember seeing that poison gas. No, this totally is. I'm pretty sure this is where I talked to that guy and where I got the unlocking things. Alright. 2 different ways I could have gone. Good to know. One of them... So it's like, if you have high strength, then you could turn off the gas. Or if you could breathe gas, you can just walk through the gas. Or if you can't do either of those 2 things, you can go this way. I think I missed out a chance to hack. Shit happens. I'm out of things to upgrade with Praxis that I care about, so don't worry too much. I think all my calculations on the length of this game have been based on no DLC, because I just looked at the number of chapters. With DLC, I can't really say for sure. Hmm. Stealth takedowns cost just as much as non-stealth takedowns. Yeah, I hear that. I feel like it needs an energy system. Like, you can't just have completely unfettered and limited use of the powers that consume it. I do wish that the batteries would keep recharging, though. That would give you a big reward for getting up to 5 batteries, and while you're exploring around, you could set yourself up to do really cool, stylish things. Stuff in here. Disable the hand scanner, I guess. Dedicated terminal. Oh, right on. So that's another way I could have gotten through here, is by just using invisibility to get past the hand scanner. How did you cheat? Use like a console command to make it infinite or something? %. Rolling a 1, 2, or 3 on a d20.
Access grant.
Kyoki. Smoky. I may as well sell my trank rifle. I never use it. Like, I've probably gotten off 4 or maybe 5 shots in the entire game with the trank rifle that didn't immediately result in me getting aggro. Which was honestly the opposite of what I was expecting. I was really expecting to be able to play the whole game with the trank rifle and then it was going to be totally silent. Oh wow. It must have been right at the tail end of cheat codes. Yeah, I think that's the right solution. Just let it recharge all the way. It makes those upgrades a lot more valuable. There's a lot of dudes here. Says there's a guy around this corner. Don't see him. What are they talking about? Maybe he's in the room on my side here. Whatever happened to me being able to see enemies' vision cones? Nothing you need to worry about. Yeah, I'd be okay with the later batteries recharging slower, just as long as they can recharge at all, you know? That's all that bums me out, that I basically have to be consuming candy bars to refill them, and there's not enough candy bars for me to do that, but for really special situations. And in that case, there's not too much difference between having extra energy and, like, you have to eat the candy bars anyway, right? So just consume a block of energy and have a maximum of 2 batteries, and then eat a candy bar to get it back. Like, what's the difference between that and having a max of 5? Just the wind sound effect. I think that would work, yeah. We should think about start registering games that have just the wind noises to make a sound effect. Oh, graffiti. Pretty sure there's a couple games where they literally say, must have just been the wind. I feel like developers are kind of in on that. It's like the race in TV shows to make really, really bad technobabble when characters are like hacking and the like. The race to make characters sound as stupid as possible when they don't notice a stealthy thing happening.
Access granted.
Holy shit, 1,200 credits. I'm getting way less than that for quest rewards. Oops, I was expecting this to be hacked. Tong screw gathering in mass, informant suspects of application compromise. Copy and sit rep. I feel like I've been in here already. I need to carry something heavy in here, right? Hey Yahan, how are you doing? How is your... It's almost Thursday for you, right? Let's go to the bathroom. Ooh. Top of the lockers. That's pretty neat. I didn't even realize that there was something up here. This game is so good. Oh yeah, for sure. Enemies kind of need to be dumb. Either the enemies need to be dumb, or you need to still be a badass if you get caught. Good comedy and some bad movies. What'd you watch? Superpowers can help a lot, that's for sure. Go turn off the cameras before I go in there. Nice, that's the fast one. There's a breakable wall over here, that's cool. Is there another way I could have gotten into that room, maybe? I guess while I wait on my energy to regen, I'll do this. What a stealth game with enemies that behave like people would actually be like? You need to be super OP. Yeah. I mean, it might be the kind of game where you just have to get a game over if you ever get it detected, but even that's not terribly fun. The idea of being completely sneaky
Access granted.
doesn't really agree with reality or agree with fun gameplay, you know? So maybe the solution is... Let me wait to open the door here. Maybe the solution is to have some kind of power or game mechanic whereby when you get detected, it automatically moves you backward in time. I mean, that's basically what happens in Gunpoint, right? Like, the autosave is so aggressive that you can step back. Really? Was I able to get here through another path? Let's go. There's a vent in that room at the top. That's cool. Lots of different ways to get in there. Wow, all the way back here, I could have just snuck right into the exit. Man, the speedrun for this game has got to be... Must have been fun to route. A game that, like, the canonical playthrough is that you never get caught could maybe have guards that are so super smart that, that you get caught frequently. But you would just have to end the game and automatically reload whenever you make a mistake. Oh, it's a mandatory console. Okay, I guess that's why they give you the unlocking devices. I wonder if they give you just enough devices for all of the things that you can hack on this level so you don't accidentally reach this without being able to hack it. Yeah, you just automatically have more information when it's top down. Hey, he sleeps with some hacking stuff under his pillow. And one solitary piece of toast. I want to be in the boardroom when someone was like, okay, he needs to have something in the room with him. Like, what about a photorealistic piece of toast and some salt?
You Tong's kid.
So my mother keeps telling me. But you are neither bell tower nor Chinese. Am I to assume my honored father is covering his back by sending you in to spring me instead of his harvesters?
Wise assumption. Let's get out of here.
I don't think so. Last time I checked, Bell Tower had a lot of firepower out there.
They don't anymore.
I'm not willing to risk my neck on the unlikely possibility that you neutralized all of it.
I did.
No offense, American.
None taken. I wasn't crazy about the odds.
All the characters in this quest call me American, either Megwa Rin or
Well,
just actually
well.
American. I wonder if they were all written by the same person.
This changes everything. Assuming they reassembled it correctly. You ready to go?
I'd feel a lot more confident about things if I knew what the device was and exactly what you intend to do with it.
You mean they didn't tell you?
Hey, thanks for the host,
I
Size16s.
suppose, given how much Father enjoys his little secrets. I assume you've noticed how his harvesters like to repurpose existing technology?
If you mean steal it from other people and sell it to new customers, then yeah, I noticed.
Not necessarily a practice I approve of, but not everything gets resold. Sometimes it is taken apart and reassembled into something more useful. A handheld version, for instance, that doesn't need to be implanted in the human body to work.
You're still not telling me what that thing is.
Easier if I just show you. So, shall we leave?
Sure. How's Mass Effect 2 treating you, Size16s? What have you been up to in that game? Coming in from Size's stream, welcome. I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. You can see the list of the games we've played so far at games.marstead.com, and some chat commands to vote for the next awesome game at vote.marstead.com.
Tell me something first. How the hell was Bell Tower able to nab you?
Whatever do you mean?
Come on, kid. I may not be 100% up on the triads, but I'm betting your dad's not far from becoming a dragon head. I find it highly unlikely that the local authorities could just waltz in and take off with his son.
Under normal circumstances, you would be right. But in this case, I'm the one who waltzed over to them.
You volunteered to be kidnapped? Why?
Let's just say, my father and
Suicide
I do not
mission's
share
great.
the same love of augmentations. I find
I
them
like
dangerous
everything
and not something
from
a family should be putting so much trust in.
the beginning of the game,
But father expects me to.
and then my enjoyment gets
How do you say
extremely
it?
high at the beginning of the
Follow in
suicide
his
mission.
footprints?
And
So a
then
change
the
of
second
scenery is
there's the
required.
reveal with the Terminator
Paul
thing,
Si-hung would never willingly allow his only son to leave his side.
is when it kind of drops
I
off.
needed
a
a way
little
to
bit.
convince him that I had to leave Hunsha immediately.
So you orchestrated the kidnapping. You're playing with fire, kid. By pitting the triads against Bell Tower, you've put the entire population of Lower Hangsha at risk.
That may be true. But you are here to rescue me, aren't you? So my plan seems to be working this far.
It does. This guy's got a good
Sometimes
point.
The more power you think you have, the more quickly it slips from your grasp.
I will try to remember that, American. Are you ready to go now?
Sure, I have no other options now, so let's do it. Actually, if you look up the original concept art of the thing at the end of the suicide mission, that would have been way cooler, but I guess EA vetoed it because it was a little bit too high concept.
Yeah, but stick close.
Kind of creepy.
Your father and I have some unfinished business to take care of, and it all goes to shit if I don't get you back to him in one
Oh,
piece.
nice.
Don't
You do it
worry
with the
about
cane.
that. I'll make sure father sticks to his promise.
That's where it's at.
Maybe even get him to throw in a little extra. But as grateful as I am for your assistance, from here on in, it's every man for himself. See you later.
That's not something that I can do. I love that. It would be nice if there was something that acknowledged, yeah, I actually did take all the guards out, so you don't need this cloak, buddy. Oh god, I don't need any of this shit anymore. I guess I'll take the hacking fortify upgrades. Smooth operator. Did I not get ghost? Maybe it was on the previous screen and I didn't see it. Even then, regardless of the Terminator thing, like, I still feel that they wrote themselves into a corner, and the only way to have done Mass Effect 2 right was to make it not have anything to do with the Reapers at all. They wrote the Reapers to be this, like, unknowable Lovecraftian space horror, and, you know, you're never going to understand their motivations, you're never going to understand what they're trying to do. They're too good of a villain for a human to ever write anything that's satisfying about them. So, given that they decided, let's go ahead and continue the story of the Reapers, it's about as good as they were going to get. And it still had a really good feeling of narrative uncertainty at the end of 2 leading to Mass Effect 3. Off we go. The cane's probably the fastest way to kill it, right? Depending on your difficulty, doesn't it one-shot it in each form? Or each, like, phase? That could work. I also would have been fine, like, Mass Effect 1 is a really good standalone game. It leaves the Reapers as this looming threat, and maybe you could discover more lore about them, but not actually pursue them returning for real, right? And just have Mass Effect 2 be about the Collectors and the Elusive Man and Cerberus and humans versus aliens, because that's kind of a really big theme of the first couple Mass Effect books and of Mass Effect 1. I think that would have been satisfying, right? It would be like if every episode of Star Trek was about the Borg. How? I'm puzzled. Guess I can just go up to Alice Gardens. Yep. Yeah, and then you could probably end Shepard's story with, like, the way they ended Knights of the Old Republic and have it be about going out into space. Going out into dark space to investigate the Reapers, but never actually show you them or learn anything more about them, other than things that introduce more mystery. And that's kind of the premise behind a lot of good horror, right? Is that it's good horror because it doesn't explain anything. It might raise more questions, but that's about it.
I heard that. Come out.
Yeah. Let's see shit. Is it in Yoja? Where am I going? Hold on. I think it's in this zone, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so we gotta find the staircase somewhere. Not this staircase, this goes down to the metro station, so I don't want that. Try jumping up here. Hey! Jump finally paying off as a convenience thing, at least. It's also possible that that opinion that they shouldn't have revisited it, like, is only informed by the fact that they did revisit it. That makes sense. The alternate universe where they just never brought the Reapers back. Like, is that universe Marstead all super pissed? Like, oh, they had such a good villain and they didn't explore it more. What's wrong with them? It's kind of my only example I can think of a movie, book, or video game that introduces a Lovecraftian villain, and it's just too good, and any attempt to continue to explore it makes it worse. I'm trying to think if there's another horror movie that does something similar. Like Lovecraft himself kind of just introduced you briefly to a lot of these concepts, and then sort of ended without explaining anything.
You shouldn't be here. Get moving.
Who the hell is talking to me? That guy up there? I don't buy it. We've had glitches before about hacking. I'm not actually clear how it works.
Get out here.
The expanded mythos gets that way.
Access granted.
Starts to explain too much. Is that something that, like, multiple people have contributed toward? Oh, yeah, no, don't do that. Well, they didn't see me. Did he get the rights to do? So how does that whole situation work? First of all, are Lovecraft's works public domain? Is it like all the Oz books that are written by different authors? That was in Yojo the whole time. Shoot. Even when he was alive, did he just, like, allow for that explicitly, or how did that come to be? Yay, we're friends now, everybody. Thanks for not shooting me. Harvester clan. I'm glad they're exploring the harvesters more. I was kind of worried at the beginning of the game that they weren't going to. I see. I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought all the games... Oh, yeah, like Cthulhu Saves the World. Games that explicitly reference Cthulhu. Pen Pal's the guy who wrote Conan, really. That's cool. Are you like the one guy that I didn't knock out before? Oh, they all just woke up. You guys all forgive me? I appreciate that. He didn't care about protecting his IP. Okay.
This time, patients attempting to...
I feel like there's got to be a balance. Like, we're way too aggressive with IP protection right now.
Police decided to shut down the legal route.
Disney's whole forever and a day thing. I feel like it should last for a person's lifetime. And then maybe a few years after that so that their kids can make a little bit of money off of it. And that's about it. Because there's so much awesome media that's produced as a result of works that are in the public domain. Hey, Donovan.
You have talent, Jensen. You
Ah,
ever need a
interesting.
job, you tell me. I'll hook you up.
I take it the kid made it back in one piece.
He says I owe you a weapon. I always repay my debts. With interest.
I'll settle for you telling me what you know.
Bell Tower keeps 2 ships in port. They think nobody notices.
Hey,
but
sir,
I keep
what's
an
up?
eye. Every couple of days, one of them loads up in the middle of the night and sails out.
Heading where?
A wise man doesn't ask.
It's a birthmark.
I just know the Heisan Su pulls out tonight. And where she make port, I bet you find your scientist.
Yeah, it really
That's a
bothers
whole
me
lot
too.
of
This
maybe,
game is
Tong.
True. But maybe you lucky more times.
I don't think it'll ever
Come.
change in our lifetimes
Tower
either.
runs tight security. How do you expect me to get on their ship?
One of my boys will leave a package inside a locker for you in an equipment shed. You find it, we talk. And I tell you what to do next.
I'll be waiting with bated breath, I'm sure.
Imagine the alternate reality where Disney didn't get their hands on that and a bunch of things would come into the public domain as they're supposed to. Like, oh, everybody's getting knocked out by it. Interesting. It's happening to everyone at the same time. Cool.
Find that package we planted because without it.
Like, think about all the cool stuff that could exist, if only. Triggering the alarm system. Nice, sir. I think we're doing D&D April 14th. I want to say is a Saturday. Shortest dragon. This one's going to be basically no combat and all reform RP and skill checks and stuff, so we'll see how it plays out. Oh, okay. I have to move the manhole. Whoa! That's a cool way to pop out. Make sure you're looking up. I guess that's why you had to manually take the manhole out of the art department. Pocket secretary. Security login. Central. I'm gonna try something real quick. This doesn't require me to. Oh, I guess I had it off the whole time. Maybe that's the problem. There's a camera. Careful. I'm sure the player sees that sky. Yeah. A couple games will do that to you, right? They're like... I'm trying to think, what's a game that has really beautiful vistas and is really cautious not to force you to see them? I guess Breath of the Wild generally doesn't do that, outside of a few isolated situations. It's a bummer. I've felt it personally, right? Like, if you're a dungeon master and you design something cool, you really want your players to see it. It can be very difficult to let them miss it. Or let them see it in not the most favorable light, you know? Maybe the dragons in Breath of the Wild is something that I feel like a lot of developers would think is too cool to not, like, wrest control from the player and zoom in the camera on them. There's lots of times where you can just kind of see them in your peripheral, and that was so sweet about it. The Witness has a lot of that. Yeah, the Witness basically never wrests control from you, right? No trouble. Yeah. Even though it's correct to let them not interact with them, like, it can be really painful.
Access granted.
So it's not that, you know, it's wrong. And... Our guard just coming to investigate that? Oh, he didn't go into alert mode. It's interesting. I'm sure he was a little bit alarmed after he got zapped. I feel like if a game rests control to make sure that you see something from a certain perspective, that's kind of the default. And if they're willing to let you not see it the way you want to see it, then that deserves extra brownie points. It's not that the former thing needs to be. You hear something? What do you think you hear, buddy? Really? Uncharted 4 does stuff with that? I felt like the Uncharted series was pretty good about, like, remanding control of the camera in a way that didn't make it feel like it was taking away control, even though it totally was. Like, they would just limit your freedom to rotate it with the analog stick without actually doing a directed sequence. But I haven't played 4 yet, I've only played 1, 2, and 3. All the loot.
Access granted.
Sweet. That's the most loot nodes I've seen in a single hack. Tong got his kid back. Out of the country. Yeah. He knows. Don't worry about it. Oh wow, this thing wasn't secured. It's funny. There go all the cameras. So we got a bunch of guards out here that I gotta take out. Oh, this is another way for me to get in here. Cool. I really like this game. That's super neat. There's a pretty big difference between me playing the beginning of this game and me playing the end of this game. Late game, once I have all these upgrades. It does feel like all these missions are very much balanced for having a ton of upgrades. I was cutting that really close. That was almost very dangerous. Right. Jillion nuke viruses. I totally need them too. Okay. Combat rifle ammo. Dude down here. Yup. Yay, caution. Oh, shit. Okay. I got a little bit... little hubris there. I could just wait rather than zap him. My bad. Oh, okay. You're saying that Uncharted 4 is, not good about it, right? Like, it goes out of its way to make sure you're looking. Gotcha. Yeah, I felt the same way about Uncharted. I feel like Uncharted is trying to do something that's very difficult. It's trying to make a playable movie, and it wants to be a movie as much as possible, and it wants to be playable as much as possible, and those things are kind of in direct competition with each other. And I feel like it actually, on the whole, does a pretty good job of both. Like, there's a couple situations where it maybe isn't so great. The biggest one, I bring this up a lot from one of the ladies who writes Uncharted. She gave a really great talk at PAX. She talked about how there's all these cool sequences where you're running away from something, and they feel really good, provided that you succeed on them in the first try, because the feeling of peril needs to be, like, simulated. But if you die and have to do them again, then they feel really stupid. So you need to balance the difficulty so that the player feels like it's hard, but it's not actually very hard at all, because you don't want them doing the same Indiana Jones running from the rolling boulder scene like 7 or 8 times. Go. I have started Out of This World. I remember it was on SNES, right? Has a really fluid animation style. I never, like, beat it or played it for very long, but I have started it before. That. If it was actually like an AoE stun gun, I might want it, but it's totally not. No easy street for me today. I'm excited to play The Last of Us. I've heard, like, basically nothing but good things about it. If I come at a node from 2 directions like that, does it fill up faster or not really? Rocket launcher. Probably for the robots that are out here. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can see that. I played enough of Out of This World, so it's kind of like an adventure game in that respect, right? Yeah, it's like, after you beat the game, watch somebody speedrun it, and then that will be cool, but the actual experience of playing it is watching your character die a billion times, and then, reflecting on all the crazy shit that just happened at the end of it. The heavy boxes in here. Flavor boxes? Does that spatially make sense? Hold on. I guess so, but just barely. This wall must be right against the edge of that thing. Huh. Interesting. Whoops. Ugh. How is the radar any different in Mankind Divided? Especially, I feel like taking the thing that made it 50 meters zoomed out actually made it less useful because it's so tiny. It's hard for me to tell, especially whether it's on the right side or not. Hello, not so friendly robot. You find the console to disable you. Makes sense that the robot is patrolling a poison corridor. Who the hell's alarm? Guard that's above me, maybe? It was a guard. No kidding. Heard my footsteps from upstairs. Yeah, we were trying to talk about the problems with it in chat. Independent from... Whoa, where's this? No kidding. That's cool. Okay. Multiple different ways through there. I think I want to explore everything that's up top before I worry about getting back down there. Minimap is easier to read in Mankind Divided.
I've got a man down here.
Tell me you saw that.
I was cutting that shit close. I think that triggered his hostile for a second. Let me just go back. Oh, you can see the walls. Yeah, that's what I need. I need the mini-map, like the radar, to actually show part of the map. You don't have to check your menu so often in that case, too. I feel like I should technically load a little bit further back. That thing in the corner, the alarm status, isn't the same as somebody tripping an alarm, right? That just means that's the time until the guards chill out. And it was because they heard a footstep directly beneath them a while ago. Heavy things. Room full of heavy things and nothing else, really. I guess it is an alarm mode, because that, Come on. Oh well. I'm probably not going to get some XP because of that. Bummer. Like, I've had guards actually see me zap somebody and have it not trigger an alarm, and I had a guy that was like a floor above me hear footsteps beneath him, and he triggered it. Unlocked. This is just on the opposite side, right? What kind of game is it, Retro? Like Trauma Center or something similar? I haven't heard of it before. That's cool. This is the opposite side and there's nothing underneath that stairwell. Do-do-do. Were there lots of different melee weapon options back in the original Deus Ex? People were mentioning that it was more like, you know, Half-Life melee attacking. They tried to simplify it with just doing the takedowns. It's tough. I'm not sure how I feel about melee. I feel like it's kind of correct for it to be an instant takedown in a game like this, to reward you for getting close to the enemy. The only form of melee that's not an instant takedown has to have something else interesting going on about it, like Metal Gear Rising or something similar. Worried that if I bust open that door, someone's gonna hear me. Try really quick. Hit the alarm. Alright, well, it makes marginally more sense that they would hit the alarm when I knock a wall down than when they hear a pit-pat footstep beneath them. Alright, let's try to take out all the guards that are near it. Tons and cattle prods, that's cool. Couple cameras over here. I should play it safe. Oh. Who's alarmed and why? Person on the roof? Okay. Now I know. Kool-Aid Revolution. Try immediately dragging him into the room he's standing outside this time. Good, flipping forward. There's somebody in the room over here, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. Hackable door. There's the alarm system. Heavily inspired by Plague Inc. See different symptoms.
Access granted.
Diseases that cause symptoms. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's a diagnosis game, you were saying. It's a neat concept. Is it fun? Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. So my new Fortify is pretty good, though.
Access granted.
Ah, okay. So multiple different ways to get in here. I still need to turn off all the robots.
You sure could teach my boys some tricks, Jensen.
Tong? How did you get this frequency?
Ancient Chinese secret. Now listen, you're going to plant that package in Administrator Wang's office. Put it on the bastard's desk and trigger it. Sound good?
Sounds like I'm doing you a favor.
The explosion should distract the guards. Then you hop in a cargo pod and off you go. But you only got one shot. No turning back once you...
Do not miss your chance. That's the one I just made, right? I think I'm gonna try to stealth my way across. I gotta turn off those cameras. They're really giving me a hard time today.
Sounds like I'm doing you a favor.
I feel like that almost needs a sound effect. Comes up in video games often enough.
Guards. Then you hop in a cargo pod and off you go. But you only got one shot. No turning back once you trigger that thing, you get me?
I got you.
Yeah.
Only set it if I'm ready to go.
Where are we going? Alright. Hackable server node. I haven't had that in a minute.
Access
Oops.
granted.
This must be... I guess it's not the robot that's down south, is it? Connected to the same robot as the other one, apparently. No, that's funny. I should look in shit posts more often. I usually only check it out when people tag me.
Access granted.
Storage unit A. Yay, Jensen's being a terrorist. Trank rifle. Now I can take out these dudes with impunity because the camera can't see me. What? Oh, you saw me open the door? Rude. Super rude. Maybe there's a guard that came in and out of the... Well, okay, I guess it's a good reason to be a little suspicious. I wonder what that was. Guessing this truck blocks line of sight. Guy up on the roof. We gotta get rid of him. He's not great.
I've got him.
Oh, that was him the whole time. I had my directions mixed up. Alright. That's alright. Maybe I can trank shot him. I'm just worried that if I trank him, he's gonna fall off and die. Because I could try to invis my way all the way up there. Just eat some candy bars. Got full meter, right? Alright, let's try it. I wonder if you use net less battery because you're walking, you know? Probably should be sprinting because I spent all the upgrades on that to let it have me sprint without making any noise. How many of these do I have? Sweet. Guy's got a pocket secretary. Who's alarmed? And how? Who the hell saw that?
Stop right there.
That's absurd. Alright. There's gotta be a different way to do this. Guys just gotta take out both the sniper rifle guys. They're way too dangerous. Maybe it's guards that I left standing around. This is the one time where this is worth doing. Did he hear that? Or did he just, like, feel it? No, he went hostile from that. Oh my god, dude. The the tranq rifle in this game, it's got to be bugged. There's no way that that's how they intended it to work. It sounds like it make a whip sound, but it seems like the guards respond to it as though it makes a really loud noise. Alright. I think I can save after I take off the guy that's on the right. If I go out the window. Well, watch it not work this time, right? Because of how janky the tranq rifle appears to be. Okay, that's one. Go ahead and quick save. My robot's turned off. I don't have to worry about him. Nobody else up there as far as I know. Shit. Wait for him to patrol back here. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, I'm fairly far away from that guy, and got him in the head with a tranq dart, and he was like, "What was that?" I mean, okay, maybe it's reasonable that if you shoot a person in the face with a dart, they might be like, what's that? But every other video game has taught me to expect that they'll just take it and be like, huh. At least be alarmed. Don't know exactly where I am. There we go. Alright, the two most irritating guys are down. Let's go ahead and switch back to the stun gun, and let's take down the dudes that are on the ground. They're not so bad. Go. A couple more guys over this way. There's probably another set of cameras I can disable. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did he not? Oh, he didn't walk all the way along that path. Okay, my bad. Can you deactivate an augment? I really want to turn off the 50-meter radius radar augment. I guess maybe I could, like, open the game files and turn it off, but it's not sporting. I got you, baby. You can snap necks if you press and hold the button. I'm just choosing to go non-lethal. The enemy marking Og? Really? Does it like make it so you can see them through walls or something? Like what's the... how does it actually work? There's a bunch of upgrades in that category. Just shows their like patrol path. Shows another guy not far from here. Maybe he's in the building. Okay. Maybe, yeah. Given that I don't have anything else to spend on now, it seems like the most interesting thing to do next. Camera can't see me.
Access granted.
More drawers don't have praxis kits in them. I'll give it a try. I think I'll take that next. I'm really close to another praxis point.
Access granted.
Yo, turn them all off. Trying to hear any of that. This place has more, like, camera terminals than I've seen at any other level in the game so far. Let's see. Multiple... just the one loot node, maybe? Just the one loot node. Oh no, there are two. Actually, let's just clear that. Of course.
Access granted.
That's fine, we got it. Lousy place. Trying to speak me like a dog. Sure, one doesn't seem like that bad of a guy so far. The Mad Angels? Alright, we have one. Let's give it a shot. Why not? The location the enemy last saw you. It's not the same as the last time you saw, right? Okay. Mark and track 1.0. There was an item in there for a second. Let's get out of here. They still have to have spotted them once to get the little arrow, right? Nothing behind the dumpster. Literally unplayable. Gotcha. Hello? Oops. Try to leave the map there. Yes, yes.
Access granted.
You're fine, everything's fine. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, what the hell? So I can do that from cover, basically. Take advantage of situations where I'm in third-person view. What is this? What was with the glass shattering and all that other shit that just happened? Puzzled. How do I not track this guy again? There we go. Select on mark. Cute. That's pretty neat. Oh! I don't care. It doesn't matter that it's nothing important. It finally happened. Woo! Yay! Finally. It's the big... Do I even want this? I'll take it. I can never sell it now. There is a hypostim under a fridge. Shit, I need to drop one of these. No, not both of them. Alright, whatever. Just need to remember that was the hypostim. I think it's correct to just eat these when you find them. They use up way too much inventory space. Took us 30 hours, but we finally found a fridge that had something underneath it. There's a lot of dudes down there. Let's see. It doesn't really have very long range, does it? I'm guessing the turret can see me if I go invis. No noise made. Silent running. I was hoping for a camera of some kind up here. Whoops. I have to hack to get into this building. Okay, I think I want to try this again from scratch. So I can sprint to the door and then eat some candy bars and then hack it silently. It's like the robot got aggro but didn't. Yeah, it was really weird. Still not super clear on what happened there. Go. Running, 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 running. To use just one to make sure it's safe. Still gotta get my loot.
Access granted.
Hear anything?
Did you hear anything? No, just door opening. Nothing to be worried about. Deus Ex in a nutshell. It's the candy bar game. Alright, we don't have to get all obsessed about finding things under printers, but there should be things under the printers too. Dagnabbit. Presumably I can turn off... That scared the shit out of me. I didn't realize I still had it on. Loudest fucking doors in the world, I swear. Is there not a thing to turn off the robot? Oh, maybe it was earlier, or maybe it's elsewhere on the floor. Technically my wall vision is supposed to be able to see that shit, right? Well, I guess let's check out all the terminals. Pop outside and try to figure it out. This is the administrator's terminal. Perhaps we'll learn some sick new lore. These things are getting complicated, man.
Access
Yeah.
granted.
Something about bell tower. Man of honor. I found that it's usually down on the floor, like amidst the turret. Oh shit. Dang it, Bobby. I can run out and try to find it real quick. This one again real fast.
Access granted.
I used like 4 softwares that time, but what you gonna do? It's in a place where crouch hacking would be super duper nice. Yeah. Somewhere down here, maybe. Probably in that little room. There it is, yeah. Okey-dokey. Okay. Alright, you know what? You know, we've got all the praxis. We don't need to knock out every guard anymore. I feel very satisfied with our augmentations and the amount of stuff we found. We don't need praxis kits. We don't need to knock out every guard. We don't need to disable everything. We can try to start approaching these missions from an actual ghost, like, don't even interact with the dude's perspective. How about we do that? Still need to read this shit, though. Probably should quick save afterward in case I screw it up for the 3rd time. I'm saying that out loud because I need to psych myself up, because I don't think I actually believe it yet. Of course we need to get all the praxis, even though it does nothing for us anymore.
Access granted.
Can you crouch hack in the 2nd game or no? If we ever got to check this one.
Access granted.
Contact Shinming Manufacturing Company. Oh, Shinming. Multi-regulator units. Still want to check all the computers and stuff, but I don't need to take out all the guards. Crap. It's a convenient interface.
Shit.
Oh wow, 10 seconds. Thanks a lot, Tong. What a dick. I feel like that's probably something we shouldn't have trusted him on. See, I like this game almost exclusively out of cutscene, because Adam does really stupid stuff in cutscenes. It's a superbly dick move. Hey, Heat10, what's groovin'? Good seeing you. What you been up to?
So that distraction wasn't just for me, was it, Tong?
Makes sense. New to the stream, hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. I believe there's so many awesome games, it's impossible for any one person to beat them all. You can see the list of games we played so far at games.marstead.com. You can find some commands to vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com. And if you just want to lurk, that's cool.
Where exactly is the speed taking you? You there! Get that cargo, clear the fire! We're pulling out now!
Smoke Fairy.
Answer me, Jensen. Where are you going?
Hell if I know, Pritchard. Hell if I know.
Adam's had a very bad day. As far as we know, this game has taken place over a day, since the helicopter can just teleport places. It's gotta hide in a shipping container. Is this a memory? This is sudden. No, it can't be. He's got all his augments and stuff.
Megan.
No Megan here, I'm afraid. Though I admit I'm curious who she might be. Who are you? And what are you doing on my ship?
Dream? Somebody opened the shipping container?
Bell Tower keeps 2 ships in port. They're going to plant that package in a minute.
Is this the DLC? There's like they're trying to remind me what happened in the story.
Then you hop in a cargo pod and off you go. And where she make port, I bet you find your scientists.
You the cruise director? Because I've got a complaint.
You think you're funny?
The fact that they reminded me of the thing I just did, like, an anime.
After Lieutenant Keitner gets through with you.
Remember that one time?
Lieutenant?
15 seconds ago?
It's useless to resist. This chair has a built-in EMP field generator. Your augs are nothing but dead metal right now.
Oh man, her animation quality is way better than the rest of the game.
So.
She's not just
No doubt they will have reset to factory zero.
Unreal stock.
You need a limb.
Oh, now it's not quite as good.
You can't have it both ways, you know.
Yay, mutually
you can't
blind
play the
content.
good cop when you've been playing the bad cop.
I think we might have actually been able to beat this game without the DLC.
You think you're clever, don't you? But this
I think there's only like one chapter after the one I was just in.
A military
Maybe
facility
one or two.
for the confinement and interrogation of unprivileged belligerents. And when we get there, we're going to take you apart.
Unprivileged belligerents. I can't wait to see how that looks on my resume.
Keep laughing, funny man, because in my experience, comedians always break first. Still,
And don't use the auto
you found
fire or
enough
I'll
powder
know.
container. You did manage to take out a number of highly trained men. Tell me something, Hotshot. Do you enjoy taking people's lives?
I haven't taken anybody's lives.
Not if I'm given the choice.
Oh, but you had a choice when you decided to blow up our
You
port.
blow up the port. That counts as a bunch of kills. It screws up your non-lethal playthrough.
Like hell you don't. We may not know who you are yet, but Burke's running your profile as we speak. High-grade combat spec augmentations, built to be somewhat unnoticeable so you blend in with the civs.
He totally blends in.
Nobody
Nobody stands out more than this motherfucker with his magic sunglasses.
The real question is, are you a terrorist?
Blend in with
or
the
some
civs.
kind of corporate thief?
You mean I wear a trench coat?
Would you be happier if I told you that I'm neither?
It's an EMP generator. I'm immune to EMP, bitch.
No idea of the shit
I
you're
took
in,
that
do you?
upgrade.
Rifleman Bank Station
But
is a black site. It's off the grid. No one will come and rescue you. No one even knows where it is. You'll be dropped into a deep, dark hole and never see the light of day again. Stew on that for a while, tough guy.
perfect disguise. Covers up his augmented arms.
Keep a close eye on him. You've secured his gear?
Yes, sir.
It's pretty much just a torso and a head, right?
Good. Then you have your orders.
Pritchard. Are you there?
Oh, that's right, they have codec.
Pritchard. Damn it.
Couldn't get the voice actor. Took all my loot? Oh, it's rude. Doesn't make sense to DLC. Pirates ousted from Flotilla Town. Other floating pirate town is neutralized off the coast of New Guinea. Don't remember the port explosion being that bad. Kind of looked like it just blew up his office. Clearly I was able to run away from it. Wow, they're really just gonna let me... Okay. Wow. The least secured holding cell in the history of the universe. Yeah, that's a good point. He does actually have real eyes, right? Or have his eyes been replaced too? He's got eyes underneath the sunglasses or something. I was confused about at first. Shit.
Plus, I was upstairs and I saw the equipment they took off him. But what about those augments?
I can't
Well, it's none of
use
your business who he is.
double takedown.
You just have to guard him until the transfer. And by the way, watch yourself.
Hold on. What all augs do I not have access to right now? Whoa, this is weird. Is this meant to take away most of my upgrades? Is that what the EMP generator is doing?
If you go and choke on unlawful belligerence like you just did in front of the wrong guy, you might join him in lockup. So shut up and keep watch.
Too low to hack device. What? That's not gonna work. Can't be invisible during it.
Got a man down here.
Yeah, that's so. This is gonna be tricky. I may not have ever quick saved here, did I? So we'll see.
Shit. I'm glad Berg and the LT are flying back to the base. They both look ready to tear someone's head off. And not each other's for once.
Doesn't surprise me. I get the feeling this guy's not talking.
I don't have any of my software either.
Maybe, but Berg doesn't fuck around. Neither do his boys. Once they get
Access
I'll take a stop worm. I've got nothing else, so.
I'm not sure about that. This one's not like our usual unlawful belligerence. Did you hear how it went down when they found him? They took
Oh, you know what would be cool is if this level gives you like a shit ton of praxis and lets you slowly get all your stuff back. So your Eventide Isle, take away all your upgrades mission can be fun sometimes. Okay, now I understand. Didn't actually believe her when she said reset to factory. Okay, I got my EMP resist dog, you jerk.
Yeah? What do you want?
Can't cling to this wall, unfortunately.
Sure something was here.
I've got my zoomed in radar again, that's nice. You just gonna stand and face the door forever? Turn around. Turn around. Every now and then. You're the worst, you know that? Maybe I can go around and get him from the other side now, though.
Is anyone there?
Really? Really? I mean, okay. He just really likes open doorways. I wonder if tipping him off by opening that door is going to get me permanently in trouble. It might.
Shit. I'm glad Burke and the LT are flying back to the base. They both look ready to tear someone's head off. And not each other's for once.
Can't hack
Doesn't
that.
surprise me. I get the feeling this guy's not the talkative type. You see it? What are you doing?
Okay, that doesn't work either. Can I play this game without 60 augments? Gonna have to.
Burke and the LT are flying back to the base. They both look ready to tear someone's head off. And not each other's for once.
Doesn't surprise me.
Okay, having that other door doesn't really seem to help me, the one that I hacked open. Maybe it serves some purpose, I just don't realize it yet. So I could use the boxes to try to get their attention, right?
Did you hear how it went down when they found him? It took 8 guys. Plus, I was upstairs and I saw the equipment they took off him. And what about those augments?
Hey, I heard something.
They all did. I think that guy just faces the door. That's like his default position thing.
You're overreacting. There's nothing here.
He's talking to himself. I think that guy saw me, so. Let's try going back into the room we started in, and then we should be able to get him from the side there, I think. I'm understanding this correctly. How many credits? Did they take all my credits too? Oh, they kept my credits, okay. Yeah, easy money. Would have been very reasonable to try. I think it's still the 2 guards converse and then walk away rule, yes. I've gotten used to not needing to worry about that because of the double takedown augment, which I might take first. I guess we'll see. It's super good though. Here we go. None of you happen to have stun guns on you, do you? Pocket secretary. Oh, I got rid of all my pocket secretaries too. Passcodes. I might actually need to use those for once. That's kind of exciting. I can't just get into everything all the time whenever I feel like it. Kind of have to work for it occasionally. That's my exit. I do want to explore a little bit. Yep. Oops.
Access
Cutting
granted.
it close there. Jeez. Oh, is this just the room that I came out of earlier? Oh no, I guess it was a little different. Maybe it's not. I don't know. If I could come at them from the other direction, I can also try throwing boxes at them.
Hear that?
Nothing to hear here. love when they hear a noise, they go to exactly where the noise was, and then they're like, well, I don't need to investigate the rest of this room. That's good enough. Cursory examination. Don't yell. Even though your yelling doesn't do anything. An energy bar, that's exciting.
I got a man down here.
Come on, game. Gonna count. I don't think anybody heard that. Good. Excellent. Fantastic. Camera. This is a really cool concept for a DLC. I like it so far. First I was like, my augments! And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fair. It was one of my favorite levels in all of Breath of the Wild. They take away your stuff and you have to do it from scratch again. Peripheral vision 0 to 10. Just to keep you from going straight down this hallway? I guess so. Am I taking everybody out? I feel like I'm close to it, if not quite. Where's my map? Yeah, I think I have. Okay, right on.
Sounded like it came from over there.
Right, that's what I get for hopping around. You want to actually come down the ladder? Are you able to climb down the ladder kind of guard? That's what I thought. Yay! High quality graphics settings. It's the gaming PC saving my life right now. I almost always turned off shadows first. Best. Do a takedown from a ladder? No, but I can transition into a takedown pretty quickly after getting off the ladder. Don't let him fall. He will totally die. Laser grid code 4687. I might actually have to use that. Neat. I will have to use that. Man, all these code entries, it's super exciting. 4867. Dyslexic. Level 3 security device.
Clear landing pad for liftoff. Rifleman bank station control confirmed.
Doo-doo-doo. Dee-dee. Dee-dee.
Thrusters full
I like having my small, Ooh, cool. I like having my zoomed-in radar again. It's convenient. I turned off some electricity somewhere. I don't know what it did otherwise. Definitely something to get in that room. Put that away.
Adjusting main ballast tanks. Dropping draft 2 meters.
What a goof. Walking around with a gun. I feel like they give you a good amount of XP in this level. Now, if you come into this level like most of the way to 5,000, can you immediately get a praxis point and spend it? I assume that's all it works. It just kind of temporarily unspent your praxis points. You're still alive. Good. Try to keep it that way. I was able to acquire all your equipment. You won't find much ammunition on the boat. As for your augmentations, the practice kit should have you up and running again like new or close to it. Don't waste time. Level 3, still can't open that. Oh, here we go. Hey.
Holding for dog confirmation.
Did that actually give me my old loot back? No, it didn't. That kind of blows. I guess it gave me my gun back, but not all of my ammo. It's just gone forever now.
Pritchard, is that you?
Hey, they did get Pritchard. That better be my hypostim from under the fridge. Gad nabbit.
You're breaking
Whoa.
up.
They are going to give me a shitload of praxis.
Find the CIC.
Oh, is this level like basically a way to respec? That's interesting. I wonder if you come out with getting them in a different order. Shit, this is a hard decision. I think I don't really need the double takedown right away. That's mostly an XP thing. I think I want Cloak. Has been very useful. And I guess I'll let the other points float. Hack, maybe? Yeah. That should maximize my progression skills for now. Presumably I can find more praxis elsewhere. Cloak technically isn't progression, unfortunately.
Thrusters fall back, slowing to 5 knots.
Because technically I can do everything without needing to be invisible. I can't move heavy things or breathe poison or the like. You double check this floor before I leave, just make sure I'm not missing anything. Especially if there's praxis kits all over the place. Whoa.
Adjusting main ballast tanks. Dropping draft.
Drop stun gun ammo, please. This double takedown would be nice in this next room. Especially with the cloak, so maybe I'll take that next.
Holding for dog confirmation.
Mines, grenades. So they're technically not in this room, huh? Must be the adjacent room. I think I do need to explore this place thoroughly, because it seems like they give you giant stacks of praxis all over the place. I wonder how this level works with the praxis you actually came into the stage with.
That's just crazy. Shouldn't that stuff be in the holes or something?
There's more important cargo in the hold. Is someone there?
Is that a female guard?
Holding for dog confirmation.
No, I didn't see anything.
Shit. Just freaking myself out.
Oh no, it's...
Nothing here.
Oh, that was right in front of a person.
Hey! What's happening?
It was a neat attempt. It actually maybe could have worked if I had realized what was happening at first. I got confused, but if I hadn't have panicked, I could have gone in behind that guy and zapped them real fast. Where back is this? Not too far.
Clear landing pad for liftoff. Rifleman bank station control confirmed.
Okie dokie. That is a breakable wall that has a dude right behind it, so I would break their neck if I had the upgrade. It's not too bad that I didn't take it yet. And it's a path that I could just walk through anyway.
You're kidding me. I know this thing is state-of-the-art, mostly automated. That's just crazy. Shouldn't that stuff be in the holes or something?
There's more important cargo in the holes. You know that. Is someone there?
Nope. Nothing to see here. Move along. Looks like the vent cover magically opened, and we've heard reports of people that go through vents and murder people.
Confirmation.
Probably just
The wind.
Adjusting main ballast tanks. Dropping draft 2 meters.
Okay. Popping up doesn't do it. I think we gotta get them to separate, and then by opening the vent cover, and then we gotta go back around, deactivate the lasers, open the door behind the guy, and then take him down, and then go back in the vent and take down the guy from inside the vent. Let's give that a try.
Slowing to 5 knots.
This is a pretty robust DLC. Impressed so far. Probably should have hacked it for the XP. If I can get extra praxis while I'm in here, that would be great. No, I thought I was tapping the B button. There's something super janky, unfortunately, about the corners in this level when it comes to using your takedown skill. One more try. Hurry, buy a Samsung Galaxy. No, don't text me with that shit. Alright, let's hack it. Hack it out.
Access granted. I knew someone was here.
What? What? What made you think to come out here? What possibly made you think to come do shit? Rude. Hey, LootFX, what's groovin'? Maybe he leaves that room eventually. And I can just chill here and wait. I thought he was just gonna stand and face the door forever. I can turn off stuff in here too, would be nice.
Adjusting main ballast tanks. Dropping draft 2 meters.
You gonna go out the door, friend?
Cargo in the holes, you know that. Up here, what damage could it do? Leave some scorch marks? Just shut up and enjoy the rest of the trip. And if you're gonna...
Holding for dock confirmation.
Oh, am I getting penalized for letting my battery drain all the way? Okay, never mind. It's just that it's super slow because I don't have my battery upgrades. Probably would have had to have zapped one of them. Hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble for not... what's the word? Conserving my stun gun ammo. Fingers crossed.
Adjusting main ballast tanks. Dropping draft 2 meters.
So sleepy. Security hub clearance. Don't really need it. I guess they have to take your inventory away from you because they take away your inventory praxis upgrades. Plenty of time out here. I wish you never got any credits from bonus nodes in here. Oh, and I can't turn off turrets and robots, that's right. They did. It's actually kind of neat. So now I'm getting more praxis kits and having to replace all of them one by one.
Thrusters fall back. Slowing to 5
Try this again. Just barely get it. Yeah, well, plenty of time. Same difference. Okie dokie. the other side with the laser I turned off. There's the camera I shut off. If we've seen everything there is to see on this side. We definitely have to be this aggressive with exploring. Praxis kits are in the equation. If we miss a cache of like 8 of them, we're going to have a bad time, you know? Ship's shaking. The controller's buzzing a lot.
Stasis pod failure imminent. Manual re-initiation of stasis pod life support needed.
Both of these computers.
Saturation levels decreasing.
Immediate attention required.
Oxygen delivery system.
Stasis pod has been disrupted. Expiration imminent. Bloody pirates. Oh, yeah, we read that Pika's thread about that. Every news story in the game is relevant to us in some way. Heavily armed and well trained. Larger, more serious threats. Now, when this game first came out and this DLC was first released, you said you could access it from the menu. Did it still kind of have that previously on sequence so that you knew where it was supposed to take place in the main story? Because I thought maybe it would just be an extra plot thing that didn't have anything to do with the main plot, but clearly it takes place between when you get on the cargo ship and wherever the cargo ship is headed for. Tier 1 Augs. His arms turn into swords, for Christ's sake. I love this whole, like, let's talk about how cool our character is. Made. I have a side quest. I wonder if they actually need me to hurry to do it. Let's try to focus that. If I get back down here, maybe I'm misunderstanding how this is supposed to work. I think that there was one of these that I could take to go down, right? That's interesting that it's a interstitial DLC. Like a lot of devs try to make DLC make sense at almost any point during the actual game. That's when they're very clear about, no, this is when it takes place. Here, maybe. No. Maybe there's somewhere else I can go down. I felt like I'd already tapped this whole area out down here, but maybe not. I don't think this is the right way. Alright, well... Selling DLC to fill in a gap that doesn't really exist. Sure, I can see that. So the original game, you just kind of get on the cargo ship and then you wake up on the other side and nothing interesting has happened? Is one of these things a door or something? It keeps telling me to go to this room. Oh, there's a window here. My bad. Stasis pod 73. Fix the damaged stasis pod. Find a new battery in here somewhere. So they all have different names. Background data. Don't think they're doing a choice where they want me to, like, pick somebody to murder to fix the damaged pod. Life analysis. Working on it. Don't see any of those little batteries. Found some candy, if that'll stop the poor person from dying in stasis. I don't think the solution is to read all of these, right? Hold on. We have to find that little battery. Restore power. So you wanted to talk about a specific game, just you and a couple other people, without dominating general chat. That would be the channel to do that in. I saw the thing on the ground next to the map marker. It wouldn't let me interact with it though. This thing, right? And it's showing me that this is what I have to look for, right? And it looks like this. Maybe it is that I'm supposed to remove it from another one of these things. Choose somebody else to die, basically. I'm stuck on finding this battery, so if anyone has an idea, feel free to speak up, or if you know for sure where it is. I'm assuming it's on this floor, given that the marker hasn't moved. Yeah, no worries. Can't remove it from any of the other pods. There aren't any just lying around as far as I can tell. I'm about to look it up in a second. I can't get in any of these cabinets. Move the boxes, but they don't lead to anything. Sure, Path of Exile would be one example. Alright, I'm about to look it up. Acceptable losses. Acceptable losses. Find the battery behind the doors on the east side of the pod bay. Okay, so that's like this way. There are doors over here? Oh, shit. So there are. Wow. Well, so much for me paying attention. Box moving puzzles. Cute. Speed. Not gonna keep it anyway. Hey, first try. Saving the day. Good Samaritan achievement unlocked. Very nice. Let's get the hell out of here. Go. Oh, now I don't have the long jump anymore. I have to climb ladders like some kind of caveman. How embarrassing. I think the only reason to go down there. And I don't have immunity to falling damage. That was one of the first upgrades I picked up back in Detroit. I forgot this game even had falling damage. Like, I guess it negates it sometimes, even when the fall isn't long enough to trigger the animation. Now, this is where we need the fall damage augment, isn't it? Shoot. Didn't think I would need it here, to be honest. Alright. 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 Oh, you're good, Spiky. I just wanted to give you guys a ability to swap to a channel if it comes up a lot. Like, I'll talk about Dark Souls or something for frickin' ever. I just like to people have channels that they can freely mute if they aren't interested. You guys did nothing wrong. Generals 4. So I think. Let's see. I have no sense at all for how much damage you take when falling in this game. I maybe started to develop it for about 10 minutes, and then I took the falling damage augment really early.
Whoops.
You win again, Gravity!
I did not mean to do that.
The one we just came up from. And most mods should be able to just make channels as well, if that's ever something you're interested in doing. And the whole time I've been jumping, it's not actually been going anywhere. It's been a waste of time. Today I learned. Alright. I had already been down here. I just got confused when I got turned around. Oy vey. We had totally already been to that little gap. There just wasn't anything in there that was interesting. Oh boy. One of these, huh? Okay, let's see. See the little display now. Okay, so it only has 2 states, and there's just 2 consoles that control the same thing. I understand. Alright, jump augment here. That went a lot further than I thought it was going to. I want to try to jump in there, but that might be easier said than done. Alright, up. I think it's over-engineered as fuck. I know, right? No kidding. Okie dokie. Let's get moving. We need to get more praxis, man. Climbing down ladders like a caveman. I know, it's miserable. Been able to jump down ladder shafts for 28 hours or something. I don't think I got it that early, but it was pretty early. There's totally loot in there. You can feel it. It's for people with the jump augment. Ugh. No! I can see it! It better not be Praxis kits, I swear to God. If I drop down too far, then I'm just screwed anyway, right? Let's see if there's another ladder to climb up. Oh my god. This whole game, the jump augment has been worthless. Worthless, I tell you. All of a sudden, it's like, you know what? Let's make the jump augment do something. And by something, we mean like multiple things. They did the Dungeons and Dragons thing where you design your adventure by just looking at all your party members' skills. Gives you Pathfinder XP 2. Brutal. Two boxes in here. That might be glass. Could maybe try moving this one out with me. Try that. One of the boxes I wasn't actually able to access. I thought that I could. Yeah, like there's a box through there that I don't think I can bring with me. This box really meant to not fit. There we go. Please be enough. Oh! Let's see if I can find a second one. There's totally sweet shit in there. I can feel it. There are no other boxes I can grab, right? Nothing else in here that I can carry with me. There was a box over this way, but I don't think I can get it through the little maze down here, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Wait. No! Damn couch problem. Ugh. Depressed. It's the only word to describe it. This is interesting. I really like the Eventide Island, take away all your stuff and make you start from scratch element, but it's also like, if you spent the whole game thinking, man, this jump augment was a waste, I never need to use it. If I can get a box at the other side of the container, why can I throw it over the pit? I can try. It's a good idea. Yeah, that's a really tall ladder. I don't want to be up here. I want to be down there with more augments. Well, maybe there's another way to get down there. Yeah, that'd be great. Just give me like 50 Eventide Isle levels. Really expansive. And I mean, the Master Sword DLC is kind of like that, but it's more like individual rooms and it's much more combat focused instead of objective focused. Oh, the jump augment is correct here, guys. It is correct. It's not just like kind of nice. This has been like 6 or 7 things that we couldn't get boxes to. I would feel so rewarded right now if I had taken it at the start of this mission. Now the dude's there. Good. That's right, I can't acquire targets from behind. I need to visually acquire targets for them to show up on the radar again now, right? I got really used to being able to always see them. I wonder what the solution to the stuff accumulation thing, if it really is to just have little side missions that take all your things away all the time. Might be another way to do it. That's tied to the range increase. Oy. I completely forgot about that element. I have a storm that occasionally takes all your shit away from you for no reason.
Wasn't soon enough for Bert. Bastard couldn't wait the couple hours we held position. Had to fly out and see the stowaway for himself.
Fly out.
And bring Kite. I don't think it was his choice. I'll bet she had to talk pretty hard to be included. Base commander or not, she doesn't play much with this Bert can expect.
They're really quiet over this ship.
She learned what she needed to down in the hold, because once Bert gets this Joker in detention, no one will be hearing from him anytime soon.
Good. I was there when we found him. Took out 5 guys before we could do it. So I'm not going to be losing any sleep over him. At least we'll finally be locking up something.
Watch what you're saying. We do not talk about the detainees. You know that. Shut up.
Come on, battery. Recharge faster. Recharge faster. Probably should have taken the battery recharge instead of 3 levels of cloak. Need more praxis? Hungry for praxis? I'm really interested to see how this level sorts out how much praxis I have once I exit the stage. They're saying that the way the level works, it can help you to get to the praxis cap more easily. Great. Somebody heard the door open from all the way upstairs. Did he just turn on an alarm?
Is the CIC laser array active? We've got to make
God,
sure
he might double takedown. It would be so great right now. Go invis, walk up. They gave you plenty of double takedowns in this level too.
procedures analysis once we're done. Command won't be happy, but
Can't
Listen,
wall
the
grab.
systems were
Wait.
activated. They detected a stowaway and we detained them. Simple. There's no security concern on this ship.
let's go.
I know. Saw the camera. Ugh. Yeah, that was a bad decision. I felt like the cloak drained super fast before I fully upgraded, so that's why I threw all the points in there right away. Retrospect, I should have done 1 point of cloak and then full battery recharge. Would have been wiser.
Is the CIC laser array active? We've got to make sure everything
This is the guy who was coming to investigate me earlier. Let's see. Whoa, how are you even there? Alright. I guess that's where I would go, extended cloak, to try to get past that guy, and then zap him. Wonder if my sound is masked when it's raining. This is the first time we've been out in weather in this game. Oh, that guard came down and woke this guy up is what happened. Let me see. I'm not going to get past him in time. My thing's about to wake up. Okay. Alright. I see how it is. Let me actually see if I can go back to my quick save. I'm trying to remember how far back that was. Well, the problem was there was a guard on the second floor that was alerted to me opening a door below him, and he took forever to come patrol down, and that's what got me in trouble, so... Might even be that door right there. So let's go up the stairs and see if we can take him out first so that opening the door doesn't upset him. This is the guy that heard me. Cool. Not bad. And he's not going to wake up somebody else and be all alerted. I think it's right in line with that. I have an auto unlocker. I think it might be able to see me before I look out here.
Access granted.
Didn't detect me. How lucky. I had to use a quick stop, but that's okay. So this way is progress, I think, right? Right, it's too heavy for me to move. Oh, but does that push it away enough? Oh, that would be awesome if opening the vent was enough to push it out of the way.
X-ray 9er, north 7, severe gale 9, heavy storms, good visibility, becoming poor in showers, moderate
Get to the server, maybe.
unsettled weather affecting Thailand, Greater Malacca, expect scattered falling showers and thunderstorms.
Access granted.
Keep looking. Hopefully I get enough praxis for an upgrade. I guess I don't know what I'll spend it on. Most of the important stuff costs 2 praxis, so... really doing me a lot of favors.
Access granted.
Go. It's not actually an openable door. That's progress. This is probably the other side of those 2 guards that were talking earlier. Wonder where that vent leads to. Not a real door. See nothing. Nothing to freak about. They would see me if I kept moving there. I'd be careful. It can see me while I'm hacking that. Of course it can. So ditch the XP from it. How close am I to another Praxis? 1850? Does anyone know, does this level start you with 0 XP regardless of what your XP was coming into it?
The CIC is secure.
Good. I'm sure there's going to be a security procedures analysis once we dock. Man won't be happy about the
Needed to get a visual on them.
They detected a stowaway and we detained him. Simple. There's no security concern on this ship.
I think the concern is over who this guy is and what he's doing here.
So one cooldown before the battery even starts recharging too.
That's above our pay grade. Let the big heads discuss that.
Big heads? Big wigs? That guy's facing away. They will continue to face away forever. Get him out of the way of the camera, though. Shit. Alright, I think I gotta drag him into that room. I gotta drag him into that room. I might need to use, I think I've got a candy bar. I might need to use a candy bar to be able to take out the other guy. Or I could zap him, I guess. Or I could zap the camera. It's hard.
Is the CIC laser array active? We've got to make sure everything's by the book from now on.
Affirmative. Everything seems
My
to be in
kingdom or
Good. I'm sure there's going to be a
Praxis.
procedures analysis once we dock. Command won't be happy about the breach.
Listen, the automated systems were activated. They detected a stowaway and we detained them. Simple. There's no security concern on this ship.
I think the concern is over who this guy is and what he's doing here. He sure didn't look like any pirate I've ever seen.
You haven't seen pirates like Adam Jensen before?
Discuss that.
Here we go. Shit. I might need to let him pass me, actually, if he doesn't see me, and then sneak in behind him and get the other guy, and then go get him once I can deal with the alarm. It was pointing in a really unfortunate direction that time. Let's see what happens.
Is the CIC laser array active?
Dialogue started again.
Sure everything's by the book from now on.
Let's check it out.
Wait, they were talking, but he was already moving. But he wasn't on my radar, even though I quick saved after I radared him. Shit, we might be in trouble. Alright. I think it's gonna be okay. The autosave's not far back from here.
Is the CIC laser array active? We've got to make sure everything's by the book from now on.
Affirmative. Everything seems to be in order. The CIC is secure.
Good. I'm sure there's going to be a security procedures analysis once we dock.
That's where being invisible helps. There's no way I could have done that otherwise. So he's always facing forward. Electrogravity technology applications. From Hugh Darrow, more Scholar XP. Fantastic. That's cool. Explaining how the... I feel like there's a... I'm going to hit the alarm. I didn't know there was another guy there. Okay, we got a plan this time. It seems like there's a Hugh Darrow Scholar article for every possible augment in the game, which is really neat. Or at least for a good chunk of them.
Is the CIC laser
Drag him out of the way this time.
We've got to make sure everything's by the book from now on.
Affirmative. Everything seems to be in order. The CIC is secure.
Good. I'm sure there's going to be a security.
We'll immediately decloak. We'll drag him out of the way. When he walks back, we should be able to take him out. Hey, if you're new to the stream, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. You can see the list of all the games we've played so far at games.marstead.com. and you can vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com. Either way, welcome. If you're just interested in lurking, that is A-okay. This is a zero obligation channel. We can turn, and we should be able to go get him before he walks outside. I could cloak and grab him real fast. Oh. I let go of the cover button, and even though he was technically still behind cover, I guess it made him snap into the guard's vision radius. It's okay. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the guard out of the way, and then I'm going to go behind the door over there for when he walks back, and then I'll take him out. It'll be a first try type scenario.
Affirmative. Everything seems to be in order. The CIC is secure.
Good.
We can just leave him on the ground, because we want this guard. But I guess when he comes in, the problem is that he always goes and tries to trigger the alarm. Now, and I left Invis on for too long, so I won't have meter for it. I might have to load one more time. See what my battery is when he gets here. If I wanted to use candy bar, I only have one. I can't.
Hey, what happened? Got to hit the alarm.
No, I need him to come all the way in the room. So I did that wrong anyway. I can't let him see the guard because he won't come in to check on him and wake him up. He runs to the alarm first. So we got to go in, take the guy out, drag him out of line of sight, turn off invisibility immediately, go in the corner, wait in the corner for him to come in, and then take him out instantly after that.
We've got to make sure everything's by the book from now on.
This should work.
Affirmative. Everything seems to be in order. The CIC is secure.
Good.
Mash invisibility to shut it off. Go. Get our meter charging again. Drag him to this corner. Go over to this corner as he walks back in the room, and then hope battery recharges enough to be able to take him down. I think we might be okay this time. First try. No, I've been non-lethal except for the opening mission. I did screw up the opening mission, unfortunately. I didn't realize that I was able to do it non-lethally.
We've got this, Marstead.
First try.
Where? How? Where? First try.
Good God. Sometimes those can be fun. Like, it's kind of a puzzle to solve, but that was very tricky. And I guess if you start with 0 praxis, it might actually be correct to try to, or 0 XP, it might be correct to try to take the double takedown thing, because it gives so much XP. So you can get more praxis points for this level in particular.
You see those bastards? You have to admit it, they're tough sons of bitches, especially Bert. He doesn't look it, but the guy must be 60. I still wouldn't want to mess with him.
You afraid he'll hypnotize you or something? Get rid of his odds and he's just another old man. Same with all those spec-off assholes. They're nothing without their offers.
Maybe, but you can't say they aren't effective. I heard rumors about what they did at the pirate town off New Guinea. Scorched.
Hello?
Did that count as him seeing me? I'm not sure. I think it just showed alarmed. We're okay. Phew. It's basically a double takedown. Go in there. Already been on this side, I think, right? Doesn't go anywhere special. Oh, this is a path I could have jumped across, I see. Yeah, this over here was if I had the jump augment. But at least this one has multiple paths. The other jumps were jump augment only, it looked like. Okay. It's a lot of loot. Son of a bitch, come on. I already used all my... Oh, right, and if you don't disconnect, it triggers a alarm, doesn't it? I think I might need to fish that one for a good roll on the first couple nodes. How many attempts do I get? 4? Okay, it's not too bad.
Access
Alright, I gotta stop where I'm out of it, that's alright. What do we got? Bleach? Ooh, candy bar. That's gonna be important. Rate of fire upgrade, doesn't matter. Alright. Nothing super important. Yeah, I got to prestige a few people. I finished doing subscriber maintenance yesterday for the new month, and now I got to do chat badges and prestige and that sort of thing. Broke time. It'd be cool if this led somewhere. I kind of get the feeling that it doesn't. Nope. There's guards down here? Oh god, there's a camera there. Jeez. Playing with fire.
Severe gale 9 to violent storm 11. Rain and squally showers.
Are there dudes in here is the question. Makes sense if there were. This has got to be the thing that goes to the heavy crate, right? Yeah. I like all the latent audio in this level. It's cool. Where's this go? Huh. I don't recognize this at all. Oh. Weird. Not super clear on the point of that. I have to save before every terminal because my hacking skills are significantly depleted. Go.
Access granted.
Money! Fantastic. Just what I needed. What am I doing on XP? 1350? Alright, so I'll probably get one Praxis.
Richard.
I just want to shut off the cameras. Don't give me...
going to be hearing you anytime soon, Bratan. Although this close to the base is jamming already.
Who the hell are you?
Someone who's gone to a lot of trouble to make your escape look like accident.
Deep throat.
So far, your skill at playing the ghost is working in our favor. But it's only a matter of time before those Rowdy realize you stepped
Okay,
away.
custom dialogue because no one's
Find the
detected me
sound
yet.
report there and enter it. You're going to encounter more resistance. But the longer you stay undetected, the better off your future will be.
Thanks. Praxis point. Hey. God, I only get one. Better not miss my chance. We gotta do recharge rate. I mean, I know I want some of the more progression-oriented stuff, but... Ghost.
X-ray 9er, north 7 to severe gale 9. Heavy storms, good visibility.
Three darts I don't want to screw with.
Moderate icing.
Let me make an extra save here just in case.
Unsettled weather affecting Thailand and Strait of everything's clear.
I keep worrying that all of those announcements are going to be like, prisoner has escaped.
Equator to 12 south between 90 and 142 and southward to coast. Occasional rain. Visibility moderate.
I just heard some more guards talking. Nice.
Access granted.
Modern day hacking.
Delta Echo November. Southwest gale 8 to storm 10. Veering west. Severe gale 9 to violent storm 11. Rain, then squally showers. Pour becoming moderate.
Looks like all the guards here are dual takedown guards. I think it costs 2 to get the double takedown as well. Where's the other guy? He's up here. Oh shit! Oh, son of a bitch. I don't think he can see me. 1525. Yikes. I might be able to invis the other dude now that I've got the recharge boost. The biggest problem with the recharge is how long it takes for it to even start recharging. Not the speed with which it recharges. That's the direction I wanted to knock you. I think he's in this room up here. Oh, he's right here. PMCs. We got more stuff to scope out now that that chilled out. Because that's part of why there are events in this room. Stasis pod's dying. Stasis pod's dying. Clean up the rest of the bloody mess. But maybe that's another way to find that side quest if you didn't find it further downstairs. Already saw about the pirates and the flotilla town. This is kind of cool. Hollow strategy board. Weather report, rough seas. Agenju. Cool. $29.50 to the next praxis. They give me a lot for just progressing the plot. Did already get these turned off, right? Yeah. Probably gonna have turrets and robots I have to deal with later, so I didn't take that upgrade. Oh shit, we should take advantage of that, triggering on the first try. Strait of Malacca, a real place. Something ain't right. Ship security team, skeleton crew at best, pretty shaken up. Stowaways locked up in the brig. Storm knocking a few screws loose. Oh. Yeah, it's probably me dicking around with the ship. Ship manifests. Somebody our guest infiltrates one of our high security sectors, sets up a bomb and boards one of our ships, and no one deems this information fit to report. Okay. See why they're mad. EMP chairs drawing too much power from our aux generators. I guess maybe that's it. They have like a super powerful EMP chair that's able to override my immunity to EMP. Yeah. Well, if you get Ghost 10 times, that's one praxis, right? And I'd hazard there's maybe a maximum of 20 missions in the game. I guess it's better if you get Ghost and the one for no alarms, Smooth Operator, because you're likely to get both. If you get Ghost, you're very likely to get Smooth Operator. So that's 750. 4 for 3,000. So it's more like 7 missions. So it's probably worth about 3 extra praxis points to get all the Ghost upgrades, would be my guess. I was about to drop down that ladder shaft, man. It was so close to happening. Gotten so used to being able to do that. Definitely would have died. Just making sure there's nothing else to do out here. I think we're basically tapped out at this point. We need to take that other exit. I'm bummed there wasn't any praxis in that room. Maybe there's something in there. Oh, it's a hackable door. Didn't even notice the thing before. I think I turned off the camera that was in this room before, or near it.
Access granted.
Cool. What do we got? Pocket secretary. Same Picus thing we've already read. Next style. Augmentation couture. Cutting edge cyberware for the enhanced human. Okay. Planted cell phones and media players. Oh, it's like Cosmo, but for mechs. Hey, more candy. By far the most important item in the game to me right now. Okay, since the cameras are off, I'm just going to take a quick spin and see if there's any other doors that I thought were duds. Screw it. Oh, I didn't finish exploring this room because I was freaking out about running it multiple times. There's one more camera out here. There used to be anyway. This was the one. Oh no, that's just the light movement. I thought there was one out here though. Crazy person? That's the one I was thinking of, except didn't get disabled. Well, that's all I needed to check. Go out the other exit. Come on. There we go. Isn't there a ladder over here that I almost dropped down? Yeah. Let's scope that first. Guards. Oh, stairs and the ladder go to the same place. They do. Okay. Now I know. I'm guessing, though, if you think about the extra praxis from Ghost, like, there's kind of an unstated additional amount of praxis from using takedowns, which you're much more likely to be doing in a Ghost playthrough than if you were just running around shooting everybody.
We'll have the Irishman get one of his men to give it a diagnostic once they're done. Carry on.
You see anything?
What are you doing?
They can totally see me. And I'm sneaking. Yeah, I'm curious, like, what they expect from you there to avoid that. Like, what's the point of even going up through that path? Because I can't land silently either, so... Nothing to see here. You saw nothing. They're not triggering on my radar, unfortunately.
What are you?
No. How does that work in Far Cry? I've never played a Far Cry game before.
Significant damage.
You see anything?
Corner knockout. The one we want. You have a meter that points to the person who started to see you. Yeah, I'd prefer that. Like, detection in this game is incredibly binary. I mean, technically there's supposed to be this alarm state that happens before hostile, but I think that that's the binary detection system is the reason for the problem with the hostile state and with the tranquilizer rifle. Like, the way the game works, it recognizes that it heard a shot, and it recognizes that it's looking in the direction of the shot, and it sees the gun trail or something, and even though the guy falls down and is knocked out instantly, like, it still triggers you as... Hold on a second. I didn't do that. It still triggers the guard as having seen you, so it breaks your Ghost playthrough, even though a Ghost playthrough would totally involve trank darting, rifling people from a long distance. Yeah, and I feel like that would be a little bit more, what's the word, elegant to use with the existing cloak system, because right now cloak is kind of OP if you plug so many points into it. But like your character is not actually invisible. You're just harder to see, so it would just make it would significantly slow the rate at which that meter would fill if you did it with a meter system. That was the only bonus node, right?
Access granted.
Praxis? Ammo. Shit. Shotgun. Ammo. Oh, I was so hopeful that this room would have a shitload of Praxis in it. Roughly how many hours average is this DLC? Like, what's the name of the DLC if I try to look it up on how long to beat? So I'll need to adjust the estimate. Yeah, that's right. The communication of the system is the struggle. It took me a really long time to understand how the silent takedowns work, because they sound like they're loud as hell, right? The missing link. Okay, thank you. Try to get that guard. Sneaking suspicion you can see me through the window, as most guards can. Maybe I can try it. Ugh. Don't know what I actually need, I think.
Securing
Access
doors.
granted.
All personnel prepare for unloading.
Yes, please. Turn all of those off. Constant air quotes are bad enough in person. You at least keep that shit out of emails. Quote unquotes. He types quote unquote and then actually puts it in quotes. Talking about Adam Jensen. Worried about how I got in here. Marstead was fishing off the port bridge deck. Clean that shit up and hide it before Burke gets here.
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
Stupid way to type. Need a Praxis kit, man. Are there other hidden Praxis kits during the Missing Link DLC? I know this is a spoiler, but I just want to know how paranoid I should be. Or are they going to be like that initial stack of 8 where it's kind of impossible to miss? Hi, buddy. Bye, buddy. Turns off lasers somewhere, presumably? I don't know.
Docking bay confirmed.
Oh shit, I didn't finish it in time. I didn't realize it was different. My bad. Oh, there's a laser on the ladder. Clever. So what is this even connected to? Pocket secretary. Where are the issue with the laser grids? Ah, okay. Way to turn off the laser grid if you take that guy out. Sure. Where is this dude that the game is showing me? Huh. Must be technically slightly above me, maybe? Oh, this is another falling damage secret. Bummer.
Securing bay doors.
heavy shit secret. Also a bummer.
Prepare for unloading.
Womp womp. I didn't have a jump height thing, so I don't need the boxes. I had a fall damage thing, right? Hopefully that turned off poison and didn't just poison a guard. I guess it would tell me, right? I'd get XP for them dying.
To Rifleman Bank Station.
Nuke virus, not a Praxis kit. I don't think I'm meant to be able to jump over this. Okay. And money, which I don't need. Very good. Can try bringing this in there in case stacking stuff does matter. I'm not sure though. Dubious. No, it doesn't. Okay, worth trying.
Bay confirmed.
Can't jump through there either. Actually take the ladder down so we don't take falling damage. Would be a lame way to die. Decisions. Isla, did you get the permission to edit the timestamp spreadsheet? Did that work out for you? There's more stuff to explore in that upper level, but let's see what else is going on down here. Oh, this is another place to turn off the lasers. Gotcha.
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
Probably another guard in this hallway. Sierra Niner boys reported some kind of funny smell down on the aft cargo hold. Gas leak. Ah, gonna tell me about how to turn that off. Let's see. Huh. Now, has this guy always been dead? Or is he dead because of me? Because I don't know how he would be, other than gas, but there's no gas here. So I don't think I killed him. I think I like turned on an electricity thing or anything like that.
Bay doors. All personnel prepared for unloading.
God, I wish I had my double takedown. If I get 2 Praxis, I might grab it. We'll see.
Then they'll probably want to debrief everyone about the guy we found. It'll be a miracle if we get 15 minutes to ourselves before having to set out again.
I mean, I've got leave. 2 weeks of R&R. Taking the chopper out and heading for the beach.
Lucky bastard. You'll be out of the line of fire.
Aft and bow thrusters full back.
Keitner and Burke are gonna butt heads over this prisoner.
Split up, please. Nice. That's what I needed. Just that small amount of cloak.
Docking bay confirmed.
So I'm not clear on his vision cones either. Nice. Very good. Fantastic. Brilliant. No lasers on this one, right? This would be a console if there were. I haven't been this way yet. Come on. This might be that other guard? Okay, no, I've been on the other side of this. I still don't know where that guard is that is showing up on the radar. He's not hearing any of the sound I'm making either. Ugh, falling damage.
Securing bay
Bummer.
doors.
Well, we'll give it a try.
Prepare for unloading.
Famous last words, I'm about to die. Nice. Got some Explorer XP for doing that too. Ooh, girl. That felt good. Totally kind of cheated. Totally should have gotten my ass kicked for not having the falling damage protection. I just don't know what's up with this dead dude. I don't think the game tells you either.
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
At this rate, I feel like we probably won't finish Deus Ex until the end of next week. Maybe it would be this week. That's cool, though. Uplink's supposed to be pretty short. As soon as we beat it, we're going to call a bunch of votes. More details on that next week.
Really? So what's all this bullshit about calling?
This is another stasis pod room.
What does that even mean? Sounds like a made-up term to cover our asses. What it means is you keep
A little on the nose.
Securing bay doors. All personnel.
Week after next? You think so? Man. I guess we'll see. If it runs too long, I might see if I can run a longer stream to wrap it up. Start sooner. Finally getting to a point where we can better predict Cat's schedule from week to week in his new position. How did he hear anything? Well, it's not so much that the how long to beat is off. Part of it is that it doesn't include the DLC, I think. But the main thing is I play this game at a snail's pace. I play it so slow. It was 24 hours. I think is how it won the vote. You can double check the win history. But all the times that I reload, if I decided to play this game lethally like I did with Dishonored, it would have been over really fast. Probably would have already been done. But I'm just enjoying the sneaking aspect. And I'm opening every chest and everything. I'm basically doing... What is the completionist estimate saying how long to beat? This guy moves back and forth, doesn't he? What's up, dog?
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
Alright, nothing else we had to do in this room as far as I can tell. I guess there's lore if you read all of these. I wonder if those are like employees or something, is where they got a lot of those names. Excuse me. Completionist is 44. Yeah, given the way I'm playing it, that might be a closer estimate. So it happened occasionally. It also happened with Dark Souls. I started playing Dark Souls on a main story, and I just liked the game so much that I wanted to do all the extra bosses and try to find everything. Playstyle wasn't as much of a slowdown in that one. I actually made it past a couple bosses more quickly than other people. Like, I think Capra Demon was a first try or second try boss. I was stuck for an entire day on Ornstein and Smo, though. Happens. Right, that's progress. Let me just make sure there's nothing else to loot in this room really quick. Missing link is 4.5. Okay, right on. Yeah, it's a pretty significant hit. Clear this somehow. Let's try that again. Thanks for looking that up. I was really curious. Oh, right. Shit.
Docking bay confirmed.
Shit. We gonna make it? Just barely.
Access granted.
One is okay. Let's do the hackable one first. Can I get to the server? We haven't been able to go to a server in a really long time. No. I don't think we've been able to go to a server for the entirety of this level, actually.
Access
I
granted.
might have finished without using the thing, but I didn't want to risk it. Oh, this room sucks. Oh, yikes. Box moving with no room to move boxes. Weapon cabinet, heavy rifles. Heavy rifle aim. Is that it? It's not a Praxis kit. It's not a hummus wrap. Whoa. This isn't going to get me in trouble.
Security scan.
It's going to get me in big trouble.
Biometric data assembled. Subject not recognized.
You're quite the ghost, Bratan. Let's see if I can keep it that way.
Okay, giving me more
So,
dialogue
you're a
for...
There's a maintenance tunnel in loading bay 1. Access through a floor panel. Get inside. Follow the cables, and try not to kill the person inside.
Thanks, Deep Throat. More ghost commentary, very nice. I feel like in the main game they haven't really been commenting on how I'm not getting detected. It's 2. Is there anything else that I could potentially get that's progression related that costs 1? I don't think so. I may as well just take the other battery upgrade and hope that I land on a big stack of Praxis. Wait, I did get the right thing, didn't I? Whoa, no, I totally did not. Let's fix that. Shit. Do not want another battery. I want battery recharge. Yikes. We'll assess how far we are on next Tuesdays. I really want to finish this game next week. So, what I might do is I might do an extra long Deus Ex stream next week just to wrap it up so that we can, and we'll just keep going until we beat it, basically. So that we can call the vote. Really gone way over time, and it's been worth it for me. I'm enjoying this game very much. But I would like some games to win. Especially since if a super short game wins the vote, it's going to trigger a bunch of other games to join the queue. Hello. Anything else in here that I should look at before I touch that thing? Machine pistol, da 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 da. Does the winner keep creeping towards 2K votes? Probably good for the SP economy. Basically, any SP that's spent with games fighting right now. Like, if everybody's suspended voting and just accrued SP for a while, right? Let's see. That's good. We want SP to be wasted. We don't want it all to be spent optimally because that would be unhealthy for the system. More Double takedown people. There's virtually every guard in this entire level is double takedownable. Bid wars are stressful, it's true. They see each other here? I'm worried about that camera down the way. Let's see. Cameras appear to have infinite vision once their beam is placed on you. You're gonna look out here? Ooh! Wow, that was lucky. I don't know if you guys saw what just happened, but I did not have enough time to drag both of these guys out of range of the camera. But what I did do is, while dragging the one guy, his body pulled the other guy out of range. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, I think that represents all of the SP that's accumulated from before the hiatus to present. From people that subbed during the hiatus and got a bunch of bonus points, from people that have watched the stream the whole time, plugging it into stuff that wasn't winning, right? No, I pressed the wrong button. Hitting the reload button, wondering why he wasn't going down. I'm not sure if you can drag through. It's not like the crazy Dark Souls ragdolling. I think you have to actually press drag to move them. It doesn't want to hook on, unfortunately. I'm glad I quick saved after doing that for a second. I thought I forgot. Thanks. Really gotta turn the camera off. Come on. There you go. Good job. Probably could have come up here and turned off the camera before doing that lucky ghetto double takedown, but what are you gonna do?
Access
Got it. Nice. I don't think Knight has ever spent SP, and he's lurked in virtually every stream since joining the channel. Cargo transfer. Biometric security clearance scans. Yep. Religious services. Non-denominational. I thought that Rastafarian is first on the list, and then Christian. Sci-fi ontology. Dietetic. Wow. They're so afraid of getting sued by Scientology. All of these are actual religions. That's crazy. I mean, it's a rational fear, right? Like, they sue everybody, and we're at time. I'm not gonna totally lose track of what's going on. Yeah, here on a list. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It has been a treat, as always. I'll give you a heads up on what's coming up for the rest of this week, next week, and we'll find someone to throw a host to.